The Ozymandias was a small research ship which, in 2077, was being operated by the Bish Energy Partners, a subsidiary of the Bish Company. The vessel was sent to Point Lookout to survey for natural gas deposits. It was scuttled by Dr. Martin J. Roach, a Bish employee posing as an intern. Bish was using the Ozymandias to scout the Point Lookout area for viable signs of biogas, a potent energy source. The lead geologist, Caroline Sanders, was considered by Bish to be dangerous, as she was a, quote, known liberal with academic ties. The biogas was, in reality, formed from methane emissions from decayed corpses. If Sanders ever figured this out, it would ruin Bish's chances at profit. They had her under watch, and Dr. Roach reported back to Bish about her whereabouts. Eventually, she contacted her academic ties, and Roach was forced to enact Code Blue, running the Ozymandias aground. The ship's wreckage can be seen just off the coast. The USS Ozymandias lies off the coast of Point Lookout on a small island. There are items in the pilot house and a hatch leading below the deck. Off the other side of the deck towards the open water, there is a submerged container with several metal containers around it. The interior is partially filled with water and is tilted from the inside. There are some junk items along with other miscellaneous items at the top right of the ship. There's a safe and a terminal to open it, but only after completing the An Antique Land quest. The An Antique Land quest tasks you with finding 3 different soil samples across the Point Lookout region. The first one is inside an excavated muck hole north of the trash heap. Soil sample number 2 is inside an excavated muck hole 1 block east and slightly north of Lil Tyke Playground. This location is guarded by 2 feral ghouls and a glowing one. Soil sample number 3 is inside an excavated muck hole northwest of the jet crash site. Dr. Caroline Sanders left 3 holotapes at the sites where she took soil samples.
This is Caroline Saunders, Principal Geological Chemist for Bish National Gas Survey MD 16001. Sample set 1 shows promising concentration of biogas in mostly limestone substratum of wetlands. No exact levels yet, but this site should exhibit more than enough extraction potential to meet survey goals. I'm going to leave a couple of interns here to handle the minutiae, but it's a formality. I'll move on to the other sites now to make sure this isn't an aberration. Consider this my authorization signature on Sample Site 1. Caroline Saunders speaking, Principal Geological Chemist on Bish National Gas Survey MD 16001. Preliminary results from Sample Site 2 are promising. We're posting similar concentrations as in the first site. Similar biogas makeup here as well, including a few organic compounds that I'm not familiar with. We've also discovered heavy lye residue in a naturally formed chamber at this excavation site. Lucky we were wearing caustics gear to begin with, or somebody might have suffered some serious chemical burns. I'd like to analyze the site further, see if there's any connection between these compounds and the lye deposits. My tech is telling me he needs a couple of hours to work on our ventilator unit. I suppose I'll move on to Site 3 in the meantime. Further analysis is for my own curiosity anyway. This is my authorization signature on Sample Site 2. What in the world have we tapped into? Sample Site 3 is showing biogas concentration off the charts. Wetland substratum is surprisingly dense limestone at all excavation sites, and we've had no trouble locating naturally formed chambers. This and the dense calcite formation suggest that subterranean water flow has eroded a vast network of caves and grottos throughout the region. Mapping these will be a monumental effort and necessary to fully uncover the bounty of natural gas resources captured down here. What I don't understand is the amount of lye residue we're encountering. I'm going to try and touch base with some of my academic contacts and see if we can find any precedent for it. We'll have plenty of time to work that out, though. I've no doubt Bish will want to set up shop here and drill their little hearts out. This is Principal Geological Chemist Caroline Saunders for Bish National Gas Survey MD 16001. Consider this my authorization signature on Sample Site 3. Far as I'm concerned, this is a prime location for biogas harvesting and a treasure trove for some field research.